How do they fix that coming into this map?
I mean, it's a different series, right? It's a new context, it's a total reset. I think this is just talking about going back to your game plan, back to the strengths of that game of almost beating MIBR.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to pull it off as we see a couple of agents getting locked in.
Right now, Biazik, she's got that long line. Even though there's a hole in her sage wall, she knows nobody's made it through. What a shot from Michaela.
Yeah, that's lovely as well. And it being Ness, I wonder how much they've maybe read into that pressure in middle, being maybe both of those duelists. Again, at this point, though, they can reset a little bit. No over-rotations, no over-bites either. You can see that A side, happy with 3 still there. They've got the 2 on toward B as well. GIANTX, they've got to now scale into this. And look, Paranoia Prime, they're very prepared for this. Off that contact, they can easily stall. There it is. Paranoia goes in, slow comes out. This is hard now, getting labored to try and build towards the site. 4 players now on B, held back by a smoke. They're going to have to go in uphill. There's no other way to cut through this.
Uphill for sure. All the defenders are rotated except for that Sky. 4 defenders here ready.
Oh, this is going to be so difficult. Again, you've got to be looking at these guys now trying to fight on the side. Smurfette gets him a bailout, but it's down to the 1v1. Michaela is still alive, healthy, flash in hand, has options, doesn't need to take too many risks. But Eva needed that plant, and there it is. Wait, hold on. A small chance given, taken away. KRÜ with the first. Very well handled in the end. Got dangerously close, though.
It did, especially considering how easy it was. Right now, though, GX, they're taking things slow. They've got that A heaven control. This is definitely constricting the defenders.
Yeah, but they haven't been completely caught out here, and already one being caught down deep middle. They've got a great idea of what's going on. You can look at the way the map is. It's a... okay.
Oh.
What is this? Oh! I mean, you shouldn't be getting away with it. I don't know what I've just seen. There is no way in hell you're meant to get 4 from that position.
We're about to see an anime battle. Both races just procking their rockets, but GX, they didn't like it. They didn't like what they saw.
Yeah, this pause as well. Most of the spike is this looks like it's trying to be a fake, trying to kind of sell this intention, but it's already been dealt with very quickly. The fact Nest has gone down, and there's still this flash here. So if they do get a little bit paranoid with that Viper wall up, they can try and check behind it. There it is. That should be the cue. That should be a freebie as well. It is. Smurfette is going to find 1. Now, I'm a little bit curious about this. They should have noted the flash because that has been burnt.
30 seconds
so they've got to know
left.
someone else is on this side of the map.
Definitely, if they've got their agent names communicating through process elimination, but
Spike
Michaela
planted.
is in such a power position right now, waiting for her teammate Dodge to regroup with her, and none of the players of GX are really considering this flank, but they've got a flanker of their own, so this timing in this round is going to be so crucial.
Yeah, I want to see if Smurfette feels brave about this, maybe with the back of that. No, he's still going to hold space up towards heaven. Smoke will dissipate, but Dodds trying to use this as a way to get into this, but it's Michaela finding Smurfette. That's the heaven pressure removed. You got to look towards the rest of the map, though. It's going topsy-turvy. Eva's here, but taking her time. This is bizarre. GIANTX down into the 2v2, making it 1v2 as Dodds, the last one alive. The seat goes in. Great timing.
Wow.
Ava, they're not going to take any chances. Burning the ult, securing their first round.
Yeah, and it all came down to the ratty plays of Ava. You mentioned it earlier. They've got to keep track of this agent. She's still lurking around in mid, and she ends up backtracking and just securing the entire round for GX. And that was a round for KRÜ that things were looking at. They were in control of it.
Yeah,
to be fair, I think the individual timings of Ava really saved them here. Gave them an easy answer, but this round with no big ult in play, they're gonna have to find the opening kills.
I thought she was going on that one. I mean, it looks like she kind of is. She's pretty much stuck here. Is anyone able to save? No. Nicely isolated. Smurfette there this time, able to close down on that. Support coming in from Ness as well. Sick. Oh my god. I mean, what the tag on Sarah, but the shot too good. Oh my god. Okay, this is getting a little bit scrappy, but the plan's going to be in play. The time's going to be on their side. They can find stability and kind of calm down the round. There shouldn't be too many threats from this point onwards. You still have a judge in play, far from ideal. So at this point, this could be nice building blocks for GIANTX. Keep 5 alive, build up the money a little bit, get some of those ults building as well. Sarah, though, going to know that obviously vision has been removed. This puts Eva under a lot of pressure. The first to step forward, maybe bring that judge in, but it's Ness. Easy contact there, a bit messy in the end, but GIANTX 5 stay alive. Stability on the horizon. It doesn't fill me with confidence yet, but it's getting the rounds on the board.
And starts taking more risks. Things can get really dangerous. So I'm hoping for Giants' side, they have actually stabilized. This round will tell a lot.
Yeah, it feels a bit fraught still, right? And this is a really early show of that Vandal, and look at this! And now what is this fight going? It's so messy! Kinnear gets away! 5 HP, and Kinnear is out of there. Can easily trade over that Vandal if needed, but gets the heal off instead.
Double heals, double heals.
I forgot about that, yeah.
Look at how many ults are online as well.
Could allow for rotation. 38 seconds, though. They're going to have to start going there now.
GX reading this round well and actually,
what a
but
shot.
then Dodds just finding a long-range kill.
That's a Vandal pickup too. This is huge. Dots can, if they can just play their life, this is great. Just keep that space secure. TP gets taken, now has support from Kinnear. Monch gonna watch towards CT, great fight!
Boy.
Ness is having a nightmare of a game so far. Sarah and Eva gonna have to put together the pieces. It's a very uncomfortable post plant. We already know where Dodds is. Kinnear already in position, double swing on CT. A valiant attempt, but it looks to fall short, and it does. You were worried, Christine, and rightly so.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my goodness, KRÜ just do exactly what is the most dangerous thing on these low buys. Change the pace, start peaking.
I like these rotations, though. I think the pennies dropped for KRÜ. And there it is. That's scary. That's a scary sound to hear, but Zika, they're just going to tuck in towards the corner. They're going to try and path around frontside pillar. Pump flash. It's good. It's actually great. Michaela, outstanding impact. 4 kills. Denying that lovely adjustment they wanted, and they're reading the lurk in middle. They're going to try and set her up for this one. Classics out, baby. She wants this. 2 bullets. Oh, no. Oh, it's getting messy. A valiant attempt to get the ace. I don't blame you for going for it. But man, that flash and swing, just reading, they wanted to try and get around that Viper's Pit.
Burned and invested a lot into that round.
And doing that after a timeout mentally is so booming as well.
Both timeouts, yeah.
Right? Like, you got to be thinking that was our ult, that was everything, and now Dodd's going to be feeling confident. It's clean work in middle. Smurfette again punished. Spotted another player, and they're on the hunt. Dodds wants more. He's going to get more. 3 back-to-back. Big impact. And the map is getting so small. They've lost down on middle. They've lost down on B main. The only bit of freedom is over towards A. It's just all-encompassing, Christine. They've got everything, man. This is...
It's just oppressive. I mean, Sarah is just sat back wondering what the hell just happened in mid. Now has to force and go forward. Look at the HPs on KRÜ. Hardly anyone has lost any HP there.
It just feels flat. It just feels flat to me.
Same for me as well. And it is really important to just take it round by round and warm up into it. It's definitely a huge series and not a lot of value coming through for this Waylay utility. I wish there was a raise right behind to follow up.
Follow into it.
But the Sky ult is procced and
but the paranoia was still good. Look at the spacing. They can't make the most of the pressure coming out. The KRÜ just get to cut them up into manageable pieces every single time. There's so much value on this utility that they just can't make the most of. So Toki has got 3 kills to find, a spike to recover, and probably a player to locate as well. Not really got the beat on where Biazik is, who has the res. And if she can slip the net, that's going to be another player up and standing. A clear through heaven. Spots nothing. That's a big call. Could be CT care. They've already repositioned over towards B main. They've got the spike they can play around. They don't have to take risks. Still have the flash. Still have the dog. There you go. Another player added to the mix. This is hard work here, Toki. Let's go. Show me a little more. What you got to lose? Last round of the half. You might as well play it out as best you can. 35 seconds. Going to try and readjust pathing.
And I love the reposition that you mentioned, Lauren, going back into the B main, not leaving any chances for Toki to find and dodge. That's clean.
Yeah, this whole half has been clean, Christine. I kind of want to get into it after the break, after this halftime, because it does seem as though, as it stands, it's KRÜ on the attack now.
And they have to get active. I mean, I would argue that they're on the harder side now because they have double duelists. At least KRÜ had a Sentinel. But it looks like they are getting active. A nice double peek with the pickup, but it's just not good enough. Dodds just taking 1 lick of damage.
They seem so ready for it too. They seem so aware of that.
It feels so bad when the classic is just shooting a save wall.
I'm trying, man. I'm doing my best. But there's still a player on this site. Hold on. Yeah,
Astra smoke.
Here. Good timing on that. That's a spike now noted. And just needs to be slippery. Can you buy time for any of your other teammates to get buy time? Impact! Eva again, brilliant. Kinnear goes to try and cut off his cavalry, but it's Kinnear with it all to do! Now down to the 1v1. Eva made the difference! But it gets shattered into pieces. A Red Bull clutch
they're going to do the same thing in this one.
All right. Early show of interest over towards a quick ramp approach as well. 3 crossed over. It's pacey. You still have those 2 players slightly disconnected, and actually Ness gonna this time find Karmine, right? So B-main control there. Sarah trying to stall out rotations. This is great work from Sarah. I thought you had more, but Biazik gonna catch Smurfette in the heels. Suddenly all of that tempo and pressure through middle feels like it might fall away here. Let's see if KRÜ does stall out slightly.
That could have been absolutely devastating. Sarah was set up for a multi-kill, but it's just come down to a 3v3, and we saw Ness opening up this round with a B main push, and she's finding herself in a beautiful position. Depending on the timing here, there it is.
I mean, better from Ness, right? Getting involved, getting their faces, trying to put up a fight. Does lose out in the end. Now 2v2. Eva's got to be careful to not overdo this one. Oh, you're so desperate to get involved here. Quick check on the side, not toward that default plant. Spots out the cross, makes a mess on the shot, but goes back for seconds. Oh, there we go. Suddenly, a lifeline. I don't think you get that every round, though. I want to see more of that. Try and keep yourselves with your heads held high. Music trying to open things up with the Outlaw. The light shields are out in effect, though, but the flash is great. The swing actually going to be denied. Karmine still on this, reading the spacing and the play off the waylay. Sarah, control in middle only so far. It feels desperate now as it's down to Ness and Toki. And Ness is still scrapping it out. Gonna have to dig deeper though. Has to keep going. This is getting messy now. Toki can't quite get involved either, on a bit of an island. Is Ness
player standing.
a solo adventure? KRÜ's patience pays off, and this might just be it.
Yeah, you can see that Monch is already scaled in their spawn, completely securing all of that A site. But Toki, she does hear all of these footsteps.
Toki. This
KRÜ are aware, though.
The glance they gave it for
Wait, the
it's fine. Oh no, it doesn't feel fine, Toki. You can't escape it. Dots blowing up GIANTX's hopes on map 1. 13-3. It was a decisive scoreline.
Going for, instead of playing that Jett that she was often playing, for a little bit more of a meta composition with the waylay as well. So it feels like everything is coming together, and they have really understood how they want to play this meta against GIANTX.
And all 5 members are in the site. This is such an awkward moment, Lauren.
Yeah, it certainly is. And there's still a lot of players backside though for KRÜ, right? Music getting a little bit paranoid about that, maybe push up through Garage, but it's a crossfire held on the back of the site. They're going to give up the plant. I'm seeing a fast flank as well. That's coming in, but again, that little peek above on the back of Platt, and Dodds is going to find one through Garage. This is dangerous now. Trying to double swing towards backside, but Biazik seems aware. Loses the fight, but Karmine is here, and Smurfette falls. A fast flank set into motion by Dodds, and everything teeing up for them. And it felt like GIANTX were willing to allow them to have backside control as well.
How Biazik peaked at the exact timing when that eye was landing. It resulted in a freebie for her. Love the fact that they're using it as a crosshair displacer.
Oh, there we go.
Spot.
Love that. Love that.
It's such a meta play right now. GX, they force bought the Outlaw and allowed Smurfette to have that full armor, already finding themselves an opening. And at this point, all GX want to do is just group up, allow Smurfette to slowly look at these lines, slowly dissect, and try to find one more pick.
Take your time on this one. Still a little bit of utility as well. Eva's got the dart there, you know, you've got the smoke still ready. One towards that kind of tucked in quad side. You've got Monch towards back side. Monch looking to maybe try and get the drop on this though, but
it's a one-shot, one-kill.
That's gonna work out as well. Dodds there does get a trade towards Ness, but there's still the threat on the side, and Dodds is farming. Good follow-up, that's 3, but the problem still persists. Smurfette's still alive, there is threat just about everywhere. Karmine and Biazik trying to gap close in towards it. And Karmine's position, it should be the checkmate. Man, I loved what they tried there though, GIANTX. They look so much more comfortable in this.
Drop the spike.
Ava's gonna want to use her drone, use some util to clear these corners.
please clear the corners. You're getting baited in. You don't.
Oh, boy.
No, we're not falling for this. Dots, come on! I thought she had Toki then as well. Genuinely, Smurfette trying to pick up the pieces, trying to make up for that little bit of a mistake here. But it's now messy. It's a 3v3. It's still not perfect. And GIANTX just brawling their way forward, getting a bit of stability to maybe allow for a plant. That's all you can hope for. Trying to chain these smokes, maybe add a bit of that paranoia. Music looking to slip through, going to be found. Sarah reading that really well, playing into the smoke, leaving just Kinnear alive. And to find this one would be pretty impressive. That's a good start. Double stack though, little high-low setup.
Timmy the turret.
Look, Timmy's slacking on the job, man. Timmy's tired. Timmy's tired. But I got nervous. That clear through sewer. There is danger to this, but this is an isolated player until now. Look at Dodds' reposition. Back towards sewer. On contact, could swing. Michaela played in.
No.
Tried to hit a bit of a pre-fire on it and makes a meal of it. But Dodds is still here. Dodds is still around and unchecked on. Being kept in place by one player sitting deep, and that's about it. Ness could be done for. No. The barrel giving away the game, leaving just 3 alive.
Biazik?
How's Biazik
30
here?
seconds.
She snaked her way into the site.
How are these players doing this? But they're still getting found. Munch gets a trade, but by now the site should be secured. Quickly, you can see the rotation from Nestor trying to get there as fast as possible. Try and deny any threats. A 1v2 is not impossible. It's just difficult. It would need 4 kills, though, from Munch.
10 seconds. The time is ticking away. Munch has an opportunity to isolate, come out, but Timmy the turret finds her, and a nice double swing from GX.
And these feel like hard-fought 4 rounds, right? Having to re-clear A long. Composure to be able to deal with this well. But the info is there for KRÜ. Biazik would love to get a nice stall on this, buy some time as soon as contact's in, but they can walk line. Yeah, they're going for a contact play, and that's risky! Contacting up through long, hoping to get the drop on what's now a stack. I mean, it's a mistake now. We can see it with hindsight, but can Ness and Smurfette make up for these mistakes? Gonna pop the ult and pray there's an outcome. Smurfette tries to give them some hope, but a Thrifty, a MasterCard Thrifty coming through is devastating.
I gotta respect it from Smurfette. I mean, she almost made it work, but damn, what a round for KRÜ. GX, it looked like they did enough. I love the fact that they started towards C. They took care of Konir's utility, broke the alarm bot, dotted their T's, crossed their I's, but it all comes back down to no flashes. I mean, the dart got broken.
You're seeing this big investment of you, so this big show towards C, but no one's there to really see it. You've still got Biazik. Oh my god, the timing.
What the hell?
Finally, it felt like the penny dropped at the wrong time here, and GIANTX gets the reward. They get the jump on them. All of that show towards C was for nothing, but it still worked out. Dodds makes it towards the site, though. It's Dodds against the world, pretty much, at this point. Spike on the way towards long, 2 up towards quad. Oh, that was just a little off. And now Munch and Kinnear. Okay, an isolated fight. Oh! No. What is this spacing? What are these fights we're taking? You thought this round was done? You put all your faith in Smurfette's flank? Maybe, I get it, but still. You're playing risky here.
Wow.
Smurfette with a safe pair of hands at the end, but that had me nervous.
Things definitely got dicey towards that A, but what a response coming through. And
it's being respected by KRÜ for now. They're not really taking too many early fights. Holding the extremities for the lockdown. That was something they had in hand. So KRÜ being aware this is a potential, going to invest that, and it has to be respected. You can't really break it. Too many bodies behind this.
Yeah, but Sarah, she's going to decide to just stay inside this KJ Ultimate, tank it, drop the molly, and have her teammates do the rest.
Good stall, though. They're going to try and buy time, right? Allow for a chance to fight back in, which now they have. Smurfette is here. Half is achieved. The fight now breaks out. Smurfette still putting up numbers, putting down bodies. Munch and just Kinnear, the judge, could be good, but Smurfette better. The barrel enough to do it. Sarah even surviving. GIANTX had a plan, and they executed it so well.
Yeah, and you said it perfectly. I mean, GX found the one gap. That's an awkward KJ Ultimate to use. I think they want to go B instead of A here.
That's what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
But sticking around on this dog doesn't want that to happen. And does get away as well. That's ridiculous she got out of that.
It's just all a distraction, though. The spike will go down, but KRÜ, they're okay with it, Lauren. They've got a fade ultimate for this retake.
What does Smurfette do now? You've been noted, you've been considered, but pushing through towards that C connector side, Munch wasn't aware of it, looked asleep at the wheel. I thought Munch had that ready, but then getting to keep brawling, keep going. They're winning out now. This is sketchy times for KRÜ. having to come back into this blind. They're going to see the crosses. Smurfette doesn't need to see him to kill him. It's just Biazik, and it's too easy for Smurfette here. I was worried there, Christine. It looked like the plan had fallen short, but apparently not. Finally
To do exactly that, yeah, and that's going to be huge here to find an opening pick for the first time.
Yeah, we haven't seen almost no operators out, but the pace, the tempo change. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but Biazik getting that is huge. That slows down everything, right? You look how far back the rest of the pack is. Eva, Ness, Toki, it's going to be very hard to burst on the site. All they've got is really an Owl drone to play with. The paranoia, even the smoke's burnt up at this point.
Yeah, and both those smokes really just slowing everything down. GX, they've got to do a little countdown, wait for their Omen to get closer up on that short A. And there it is, Paranoia.
Oh, and a catch as well. Biazik. I mean, you talk about impact the last couple of rounds. She has been putting in serious work. Now just Toki. 1v4. These angles not easy to try and divide and conquer, and that spike even harder to recover. And there it is, found in the end. 5-7. You said that there's a very good chance they could bring this back to a decent look to adjust through Garage, maybe change up the pathing, but they don't fancy it. Maybe a full reset here.
Yeah, that Viper wall and the Paranoia for Paranoia slowing everything down. That's a huge break for Ness because Smurfette is in a power position.
These swings back and forth of the contact. GIANTX have them dead to rights in every aspect. That is stunning to see. Again, all eyes on the player who broke the eye in towards Garage. No, you still got one towards window. Then the reswing comes in. Everything is in place. The T's are being crossed. The I's are being dotted. And Munch can really do nothing about this. This has not been around for you guys at all.
Ava's so aware as well. Wait, those are your teammates?
Was aware.
Was aware.
Oh. No. Relax, relax. It was a clean round. What's going on? But still, look at the start of that round, that kind of mid-round aspect, that little adjustment that they tried to go through for Garage. I mean, Sarah, I guess, is the most vulnerable, right? It's a 2-1-2. If it's going to work anywhere, this would be it.
There it is.
Sarah still going to find good value, but good.
Love it.
Nice work from Dodd, sacrificial from Biazik almost, that we were kind of discussing, that could be something we see into the bigger buy rounds. But for now, they've got themselves a plant. They've got one upgrade as well for Kinnear there, picking that up off the corpse. But I'm still waiting to see if this holds. Dodge just took a boatload of damage down to 8 HP. Should be dead. Paranoia goes in. Smurfette, Ness clearing out the back of B site, so the rest of the post spawn should be obvious, right? What do you have to stall this out? Not a great deal. Michaela just being dealt with. Kinnear with the Sheriff at least. But the defuse is happening.
Oh,
Nothing.
the molly.
Wait, the molly is going to be respected.
Oh,
wait, hold on. Hold on. They're still, I mean, Munch is so low though. But they made that a little closer. They made something out of that round.
They did. I love this eco coming out from KRÜ. I mean, they even dropped off the Viper. It's going to stay strong unless KRÜ do something to move them.
I quite like that deep owl drone, right? It almost lulls you into this full sense of security.
The stun slide.
It's so good. Calm, cool, and collected under pressure. Gets a follow-up and falls away. Doesn't need to stay around too long. Toki getting played in earlier as well by that owl drone. She can still sit on towards this. So you can see KRÜ trying to now look up anywhere else. But they don't have information. They haven't even broken the alarm bot. They don't know quite what's happening here. So information now free-flowing. They know what's happening. 13 seconds, and access is going to be hard fought for. But somehow, they're still putting up numbers. Michaela, though, lost out her teammate. Smurfette is just doing the dance. Time's on her side with 4 kills. Once again, Smurfette is instrumental
To get this long A control. Now they've got to wait 30+ seconds before they're able to actually go into the site at all.
Maybe just that paranoia from the fact that Smurfette was down there, what, a couple rounds ago, and that kind of knock-on effect, but a kill, cool. Where did Toki get caught out? They're just on B, maybe? Yeah, they just had the angle, but Sarah, I mean, I don't think we need to be going for this.
It's a little overzealous for sure. They definitely had the control, but I guess for GX, they thought that KRÜ were working that A, but all 4 members, Smurfette has ult, remember?
And she can take some risks here. She's got to be feeling confident. Put to bed by Kinnear, who's having a belter of a round. No right to be doing this so far. A slip through towards backside comes out from Eva, but it's Ness remaining in a 1v2. Oh my god, that got too close. Monch, though, Gonna keep hope alive with KRÜ making it up to 6. It feels like GIANTX have a good idea. Counter lockdowns coming through. Both sides now looking for basically a pause and the Viper's Pit on top, man. Jesus.
They're throwing everything.
Yeah, kitchen sink about to come flying out, but it's all a fight on the back lines here. Smurfette did get in early. We saw that at the very start of this round. Tried to be slowed down by the Seas, but it's having none of it. Double stack towards that little cubby is going to be rewarded, but the lookout from Sarah! Nice follow-up. Leaving just one, and with the Viper's Pit still up, you got a good idea where she resides. I'm just going to do well towards Sarah. You got 2 more, though? I mean, the timing on that, just ships in the night, passing by each other, and now it's dangerous. The drop, she does have weapons. She's playing gun game on the side. Paranoid, no! Hey, she ran through everything. Every gun, every pistol. The only option was the knife. Drawing those eyes away, but Smurfette's still pretty stationary in this. Wait and see that next penny drop, but what's the instigating factor? Are they waiting for this flank? What are they waiting on? It's not coming now. Kinnear, all too aware, fully watching for that push up through C, and now they don't have much to really build off.
Oh, GX looking a little lost at the moment. The ultimate going off, but the teammates aren't flooding.
And actually now there's issues. Smurfette just cracks down, breaks down the door. So the post plant, can they try and be frustrating in this though? Good stall on the side. Monch with a quick pick. Kinnear as well. Gonna take down Ness. It's down to a 2v3. Numbers in favor to KRÜ, and that's in the time itself. Round done. KRÜ back in business here. 10 rounds found, and there weren't worries until now. Double digits made.
And Smurfette, she was rewarded with 2 kills in this last position. But Blizzazak knows. Biazik is so ready.
Yeah, this time around, so switched on about that spot. They've kind of left A alone for a minute, and they've come back into it on what's going to be this half-buy confident, right? They've read it really well. Do they further commit now? There is going to be players here. There is going to be Toki backfilling the space. There is going to be Sarah. But KRÜ, super, super clean. Whatever they've done in these last couple of rounds, they have unraveled the brilliance of GIANTX that got them up to 11 in a heartbeat. Ness can't really do much about this. You have a shotgun. That's done for. KRÜ, clean round 5 standing. And I want to see how the money's sitting with GIANTX, because they're going to have to try and put up on the other side. Look, Smurfette's building hers up, it feels like, in a heartbeat as well. She's quick back to this. But for now, KRÜ do have the upper hand coming into this. Still great money behind them. Look at their finances, 8.5, 6.6, 8.1. They are sorted. They don't have to sweat about it. So GIANTX, it's kind of now or never.
A bunch of Warren Buffetts on the side of KRÜ. Just saving for a rainy day. And looks like GX, they're going to go back to what they did after the last timeout. 2 members in front B. And a nice spam from Toki, and Ava finds a long-range A-main kill. Monch, that was never supposed to happen. Monch is the player to lurk around and cut off that long line of sight. Now, without that wall up towards A, that's so much information for GX.
Doing a thing.
Yeah, now I want to see how they decide to approach this. Sarah
Good
stay.
molly.
Sarah does stay, banking on that molly to do well. Dodzo quickly pathing towards it. The support not quite there this time. Biazik going down. So now Dodds has to kind of puff out the chest, right? Hold that space, look threatening. The lockdown trying to secure some security. Plant needs to come in, they're gonna get it, but the post plant won't be anywhere near as threatening. But Kinnear catching Ness drifting over towards Garage. That's a mistake.
Huge mistake, deciding to stay, but then wanting to leave at the last second.
Oh, Kinnear, come on!
So much value for Kinnear.
Every single round, she's finding incredible kills. Dodds on the front line, Kinnear on the back. And now Eva and Smurfette have to do some serious lifting. Kinnear is kicking off. And yeah, that is a round to save the day. I thought that could have been lost on Monch falling at the very word go, but just absolute brilliance from her.
List of giants, the Mount Rushmore of GCC.
But they're going for a risky play now, and maybe this is what you wanted, right? Aggression down middle, and maybe it feels desperate, but it's got a player connected in towards window, right? This deeper push, the perfect chance to strike, and Monch suffering in the last couple of rounds. But it was recovered before. Kinnear still alive and breathing, but Toki doing some serious work. Maybe OT's on the cards, but Kinnear, no way, hold on, Toki's been caught, it ain't over yet. A 2v3 pause, Spike still in hand. Michaela just slowing things down. They can take a second, it's still above a minute.
Michaela looks very much aware of this A main push. I love this double push coming through for Ness and Sarah. The timing is going to be everything in this round, but KRÜ, they get to double peek Eva at least.
Eva's been solid, but this is a long to handle. It's OT, 12-12. Eva keeps that quality as high as ever. So they're going to keep 4 on this side of the map. By all rights, KRÜ in the right place. Now seeing that stun come in, now seeing the wall and seeing the smokes. Look at them, you can see that temptation from Kinnear to play back in a little bit. Maybe wanted to try and support. And look at that, finally, the fade eyes coming in, the reveals coming out of Monch. Tries to get ahead, didn't have to do too much, didn't have to do all that. But Kinnear's here, Michaela's here, great spacing, good trades. Now the body's starting to drop. One by one they swing, and now we're down to the 1v1. Dodds. Oh! Ness! 4K for herself and a Red Bull clutch put GIANTX back in the lead. Oh my.
This is that. They've been rewarded for this play every time.
Yeah, but it looks like they want to.
So much sound cues. Konir is going to be able to retrace.
I think this was a bit of an error. I don't mind the call, but it was just badly executed almost. Did Monch get spotted? I don't think she did. No. Oh my god. I was about to throw the headset, man. I was halfway out, but at this point, GIANTX looking a little bit messy in this. And yeah, Kinnear's again got that checkmate position. This should be wrapped up. As much as I rate Smurfette, there's nothing here. This was won and lost by those audio cues and that drift through that Viper wall in middle. This one's wrapped up. It's going to be double OT. There's not like Ness. You're great. You're great. Every day of the week, you're great. You ain't doing this one. So KRÜ navigating those. I don't want to say even threats, but just navigating that round well. They worked with what was given to them. Yeah, that was a little bit strange, but again, it's nervous scenario, right? 13-13 now, starting to feel that pressure certainly mounting. And GIANTX going back towards the C approach. And Kinnear got caught there. Monch, though, desperate. But now it's messy, right? Both of these teams trying to dig their heels in. Plant's going to be in play. And a fast flank for Dodds.
Yeah, that flank is so fast here. I don't know if GX are going to be ready for this. I love this reaggress pushing through spawn, though. This should buy time.
Yeah, that's got to be very indicative and a good counter paranoia. Dodds needs to start taking space. See that space being taken through Garage. They're trying to be diligent. But it's all 3 now. That's potentially a very good seize. Oh, no. Wait, Dodds got both. Oh, man. I thought Dodds was done for then, but catching both players. I'm a little surprised, maybe caught off guard in the end.
No Owl Drone to be able to go into this garage either. At least those Prowlers should help.
No, Smurfette.
The classic?
No way are you banking on that. Oh, Biazik, I thought you did everything right in that, but when it came to that final punch, the classic works.
I'm looking straight at Monch here. She's going to be able to walk up A, knows that the operator's towards C, as you mentioned.
Eva's here, though.
Here's the turret. She's going to go for the spawn play instead.
Yeah, maybe trying to ignore that for a second, but the reality is going to be there. No one's cleared this. No one is clearing Eva, and it's mistake after mistake here. 13 seconds, and Eva's thriving. It's getting fumbly, it's getting messy, and it's going to another OT.
These defense rounds, I mean, things have slowed down. Things have slowed down. Bubble.
Man, this feels real tense, though. Dodds going to be wanting to wait. Yep. Good paranoia, though. Actually, didn't catch. I thought it was a good paranoia. I thought it was on the money, but apparently didn't quite catch both players. And now GIANTX looking fully in control here. Biazik, Kinnear can do nothing but die.
The Omen blind, that paranoia a month ago would have been perfect.
Yeah,
it would have been great. It was perfect, but this post-nerfed.
Smurfette now ready, steadies the ship. Maybe calling in a couple of others to be careful. Because I'm pretty sure you can figure out that was a Waylay you spotted too. Gonna have to give it away on the Prowler, but it looked like it had done chip damage, but no, it's Ness. Sitting there ready to catch that player trying to scale up. Dodds now dead. You're looking at the next layers, they don't fancy it. They don't have that same burst towards the site anymore. They've stalled out already.
And that stop, it has to call onto Konir. The Killjoy towards middle, trying to find the gap, trying to find an equalizer, but Toki is just able to punish. Now Smurfette has a beautiful long line, and it's just gonna be freebies.
Yeah, it's clean work here. Michaela trying to do some damage, but a 2v4 is a lot to ask for. GIANTX doing the hard work, taking the long road to get to this point. Monch and Michaela trying to make something happen. The paranoia flies on past. That one is on the money. And Monch, oh my god, it's a 1v1! It was so close! Brought down to the wire, but a 16-14. GIANTX stay alive.
And that's going to be it. How they're going to take that space and how they're going to take those post plants to make sure that GIANTX don't get the space that they want.
One final map to decide it all. Pearl on the cards. We're going to throw it over to Potter and Pansy one last time to close out the series. Take it away.
Yeah, and feeling no resistance or resilience. So that's a big tick in the box. They keep their numbers very dedicated. Dots just managed to press the corner and get to Sarah and Smurfette. All eyes being drawn in towards that main side. Completely forgot about Art, and, well, yeah, Dots is just back to business, huh?
Yeah, I'm telling you, Lauren, these Jets, when they proc that dash and that dash timer is going down, just something is different.
Why are they so good, man? It makes no sense to me. Nothing has changed. They're like, yeah, I'm just going to get 3. Ness and Toki now. And a little unfortunate almost because Toki's position was kind of nice, right? That quick push up towards B.
Oh.
Ness? I mean, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe it's not over. Maybe there is still hope here. Toki gonna at least note Dodds, but by this point, you can already see the crew just gonna be sitting a little bit deeper. Very hard to get that last step towards crossing on the site.
You see the idea from GX anyway. I mean, Toki's definitely gonna want to push.
I just keep their life here, but noting that Vandal very, very early here. Smoking in. Just gonna play on this.
Looks like KRÜ are
Nice
prioritizing.
Really? Nice flash. Ness? My god, it was a heaven-sent flash, but Ness there to make the most of it and make this round far more competitive than it should have been. But where's the rest of the team? Smurfette and Eva still not quite here.
They will make it in time though. KRÜ, they've got to be really thorough. Slowing it down, they've got the better weaponry. So I like the fact that they're not rushing into things here. This should have never got this close, Lauren. Both teams are fully aware that there's a KO on either side, so communicating to each other that I'm antied for you while you grab the orb is going to be super crucial moving forward in this half. But just classics on the side of the defenders. KRÜ, they're going to choose when they want to scale forward.
I actually quite like this as well. Just sticking around on, you know, better the devil you know at this point. Gonna hear these steps, gonna hear that plant. Can't really deny that, no, but nice shot from Monch. It's Smurfette, though, with a headhunter that could make this dangerous. And Monch is on 47. Sharp enough to keep this in hand, but my god, that got close.
Knife there, giving information, but Toki did a fantastic job just LOSing it and repositioning deep into that art area. But it seems like Monch is fully aware, but the timing, that chamber play, what a trade for Konir though.
Yeah, seeming very cognizant that someone could be on that next layer up to try and backfill in case there was someone there. So again, keeping this 4v4, noting the operator as well, so good information exchange. KRÜ want to just step away from mid. They don't fancy that anymore.
Yeah, and you'd love to see plays like that when the turret is blocking the vision. Konir definitely spotted though, but for Smurfette, she only saw a turret. She didn't see the Astra's leg.
And this is awkward now, but Smurfette feeling brave enough to walk this. Look at Smurfette. Look at Smurfette. No! I thought Smurfette had everything, had the read, had the idea. And now you can see GIANTX trying to play ahead of this util, trying to play into this. Eva does well, but Dodds does better. The site now secure. Yeah, this is still player lingering around in the form of Ness, but this would be a big ask. It ain't happening as KRÜ looking like map 1 again, Christine. Young Potter might know a thing or two about trying to implement a chamber, be it viable or not.
I tried.
I love you so much. At this point, though, obviously we can see the purchase. It is going to be Sheriffs, and you can see Dogs, right? Just willing to brawl, willing to go forward, willing to take that space, takes away 1. It does leave Konir on an island.
Yeah, and you know, I like this read from GX because every anti-eco KRÜ have just gone B main really slow. So they took a risk, they're rewarded for it, but the rest of KRÜ are already towards this A. Off that info, they know the A side is clear. And now KRÜ, they've got to decide, do we flip the site or do we just play this post from A main and Art?
But I like the KRÜ get a little bit proactive in this post plant, right? Because they know maybe they're a little bit displaced because they tried to pick away that player in the form of Konir. So try and maybe exacerbate that issue. Smurfette, though, does do well. A little tricky from Dodds, though. Putting on some beautiful tech as Toki and Ness now it gets tough, right? You look at these deeper post-plant positions, prying them out of these sort of spots. I don't want to say impossible, but really, really tough. And only with a Sheriff. And, you're banking on this working out. I mean, yeah, you're going to get half. You're going to get any more? Not with Dodds hitting shots like that. This could be an ace. It looks like it very much is. Dodds, free farm, baby. Looking comfy. Looking in form. Oh, Toki has a smoke to play into, but that's 5 on the other side, man. What are you meant to do? Yeah, firing squad. Desperate play. Didn't feel like it was as necessary as maybe she felt.
Yeah, but you know, I like it. At least it wasn't for the chamber this time around.
Sure.
She was trying to set up Toki for the flash, but you know, GX have already, or rather KRÜ have already gotten punished off a play like that. This time they were ready for the flash. And man, Toki got nothing for it. That's so much damage.
Yeah, Ness does really well to slip ahead then, but now even trying to backfill the space, GIANTX able to try and take a fight here. Maybe starting to get the rhythm of how KRÜ want to try and approach these sites. This is the first time they've been in control in this.
This is huge. Smurfette securing the back lines as well. And just making a perimeter. Spike is down. I like the fact that Smurfette is regrouping with the squad. That Molly should be able to isolate, allow both the players of KRÜ to focus towards the right.
Last player
Yeah, just this is nice. That's so much better from GIANTX. Loving the spacing. Got to say, very selfless work from Ness then as well.
Oh, huge break of the alarm bot. I love this reaggress coming through for Smurfette.
They seem aware of the chance of it. Are they prepared? Oh, there was a second. There was a second there, but it's faded. And now where do they go? Ness trying to fight forward. Going to catch at least 1 through R, but it's a limited time availability, and that offer's now run out. It's a 4v4, and the site now looking open for KRÜ. But Sarah, backside, digging it with Eva. This is much better. Good sees, but I think they're a little bit ahead of it already. KRÜ now held with just Monch and Kinnear. Kinnear looking for a fight and finds one. No trade there. Smurfette
Aware.
held back by the smoke. And Monch in a 1v2, surrounded. GIANTX making something out of nothing now.
Stabilizing slightly, and just contact clearing towards this mid. Good pop flash. No one's there though.
Oh, I like this reswing though. That's nice. Off the back of the util, the stun there, perfectly synergized with Sarah on the swing. That's going to take away Dodds, and if he keeps being this simple in approach, even with that very telegraphed pop flash over the top, this is good for GIANTX to be able to react like this. It's a very, very good tick in the box. Oh, Kinnear, clean with it. All right, damn. What are you meant to do?
Toki's not having fun on the extremities, not heated up quite yet. What an angle for Chamber. Oh man, it's just, it's only a Chamber angle. No other agent is gonna stick to those. Huge punish.
Big divide as well. This gives Smurfette more to play off. Another divide comes in, but still an angle. Just the smoke to force her away, but a little bit of a look. Eva wanted to get involved here. Smurfette still able to operate pretty well. Dual trades. Michaela down low on HP, 5 HP to play with. This really falls into Kinnear's hands. Try and secure this. Ult gonna come in. And now do they try and play through the wall? Do they respect it long enough?
These Astra ults were ridiculous, cutting off all the lines. Konir stepping up and
It's a lamb, that one! Everything's so clean until a 5 HP remaining Sarah comes in and gets the job done. I mean, Kinnear was lethal at the start of that round.
they haven't had this easy of a time at A main. They've already got it, and right now, Biazik has every piece of util still in the back of her hand. So KRÜ, they've got an opportunity to just slam onto A site here.
Let's see if they do it. Dodds waiting to be set up. Yeah, there's a reveal. Off we go, and away we go. Dodds in on the side here, going to take a little bit of damage, but goes for it. The flash. Wait, come on, Biazik. Going to get everything herself anyway. The flash good enough to be able to pretty much close down on 2. Caught on the side of the site. Eva nowhere to go, and it's a crunch. Sacrificial work almost from Dodds, and it's the reward that they wanted. They'll take that every day of the week. As Smurfette and Ness weren't really present on this, it's hard to re-clear this side of the map. Ness going to try and step in here. Shoulder on art, but no, where's the swing? I was a bit worried that Biazik was late to that, but fine in the end as Smurfette in a 1v3. One site, one art, and whoa, that was dangerous, but not dangerous enough. KRÜ finds solution, finds salvation with a very simplistic approach. And I don't know how they plan to do this. They are gathering back over towards this side.
If Michaela's knife comes back and just came back up, This should force Smurfette.
Oh, she's getting cheeky with this. I love this, though.
30 seconds
I
left.
love this. There's no way you're pop flashing that smoke. No, not at all. But does Smurfette to live? She does! Only for a moment longer, but long enough for Ness to be able to do
Wow.
this. They get left in. Tad's a little lost at the helm. No one there to steady the ship on the way up towards that B site. And now, look at this. Brilliant work coming out from GIANTX. Credit there to Smurfette for taking what was probably a lost cause, but buying time, allowing Ness.
It's either that or Smurfette's got to find the openings.
Okay, let's see the method to the madness. Show me a little something. GIANTX now on the attack, pop flash, middle and a swing. Dodds doesn't see much, but Biazik does get the first, and it's just a brawl. Toki does very well to find two, as KRÜ taking really quite the aggressive beginning in an exchange of space.
Oh, I like this from KRÜ. Even though the sound cues didn't come through, they just kind of ran away and now we're retracing back towards their steps. But Ness and Sarah did push through their A main. So they have a good idea that they just have to look forward here, while KRÜ have to clear all these angles.
Oh, the timing. They're going to spot one. I don't think they're going to think all three are there.
Classics.
Yeah, I mean, what are you meant to do? Dodds already off to a great start as well in the second half, 17-9.
Yeah, just a bonus for KRÜ as well. You can see they're trying to save for that operator as soon as possible to put into Dodd's hands. And Jet opping on this map, especially on the defense, it's just so much fun.
And confidence here, Dodds sticking on this angle. That's why precision from Dodds. Ness looking like there wasn't even a chance to fight back. Kinnear missed on this angle and actually coming out the better of that one, Smurfette. Gonna be punished, and that's a big loss.
And that's good movement coming here for Kinnear, just breaking ankles.
Monchin support as well. You're going to have three players on towards A, that's fine. Knife just goes in, they can rotate off the back of that, which they're doing. Smoke's coming in, knife there. Dodds denies a little bit of info. TP's too obvious, too easy. Cleared by Eva, but 13 seconds. It's uphill to say the very least. Monchin's trying to buy time, and actually they've got themselves a plant here. Wait, hold up.
Shock dart.
Shock dart does deny the plant. It's messy, but time. It's too little too late. I'm almost certain. I don't think you're getting that one. You're not. KRÜ survive, and look at the HP left.
1 HP clutch coming through for Biazik. Ridiculous stuff
All you need.
to convert their bonus round.
They're not going to get contact on the Prowler. Smoking towards that deeper side of connector. They're going to just, yeah, as you said, kind of pinch towards B. So you're going to see Dodds right in the middle of this. Does help towards backside, but plays ahead of it. Plays down all three. Dodds tearing them apart. And GIANTX's hopes just get left in tatters. It's 12 for KRÜ, and it looked all too easy. Wanting to close this out with immediate effect. And for GIANTX, the last round was kind of the big one to try and play it back through. They didn't get what they wanted. Biazik, come on, man. Michaela as well. It's all lining up. 5 standing strong. And it's just a funnel now as GIANTX trying to put in a performance. They have the numbers, a 2v2 and a plant. They at least get the time on their side. But the threat still lives in the form of Dodds. Slow and steady, coming around. Sarah. Gonna tuck into the corner. Eva playing a little bit off as well.
Waited out that KO ultimate, and now that it's offline, this should activate Dodds. I mean, the knives are up. Jet smokes can allow to get half.
Gotta play this right, but Dodds is lethal. Pixel seeing player noted. Smoke goes in. Eva's only 25 HP. The knives might be overkill, but she's still there. Still securing it for KRÜ to push up to 13 and close out the series with confidence. You might have been worried after Haven, and I wouldn't blame you.